It's good, and it's fast already.
Well
Really
done by him. Hey, Nate.
Hey, Kay.
What does Dez bring to the Saints offense?
He brings a little bit more attitude. We talked about this yesterday, and I think I followed up by saying I'm not sure if they need attitude because they beat up on the Rams, who were supposed to be the hottest team and the toughest team, and the Saints proved that they were even better. I feel like he brings immediate playmaking ability. You got to think about Amari Cooper and his immediate impact, Demaryius Thomas and his immediate impact. If you don't believe that Dez Bryant can come in after putting up 70-plus touchdowns as a Dallas Cowboy, being the #1 wide receiver his whole time there, teams focuses on stopping him every time he stepped on the field, that he can't come in for the first time in his life being a #2 receiver to Mike Thomas, who will demand attention. He has to be salivating at the mouth right now to step on the field, knowing that there's going to be a defense out there that has to focus on, one, Mike Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Drew Brees, the Hall of Fame quarterback. Oh, and they got to worry about little old Dez throwing up the X.
Exactly right.
Dez is about to cook, and I promise you that.
Ooh.
As soon as he gets his hands on the playbook and he knows it like the back of his hands, he's going to get busy.
I think part of me is wondering if Dez played this perfectly. Like, Dez took a world tour this summer. He met with the Ravens. He went into Cleveland and actually sat in a barbershop chair and talked with Hugh Jackson. Cleveland right now is one of the worst teams in football. If Dez had signed with Cleveland, they would have already traded Josh Gordon. Dez would have been sitting there saying, oh, my God, we fired the head coach, fired the offensive coordinator. What did I do?
Talk about it.
And I'm living in Cleveland. Irrelevant. He waited. He might not get as much money from the Saints. I don't know what the financials are exactly, but it probably was less than what the Ravens and the Browns did. He got to rest. He's got fresh legs. Let's assume he's in good shape. This is the best way it could possibly go for him. He's now in there with a former Cowboys coach, an offensive coordinator in Sean Payton, with a guy that Jerry Jones has courted in the past as a friend and an ally in Sean Payton, and also in the American South in New Orleans, where Dez is going to be a huge star with one of the most fun teams in the league. I think Dez played his hand perfectly. I don't care if he has 1 catch this weekend or if he has 15 catches this weekend. I just think Dez Bryant landed in the right place for him personally.
I think the Saints played it perfectly. There's 2 concerns you have. If you're a Saints fan, 2 concerns. One, Dez doesn't have it anymore. And at this point in his career, and a lot of people think that Dez Bryant is no good for more than maybe 3 or 4 catches. Great. That's all you need. The Cowboys needed Dez to be a game changer. The Saints need him to be Chris Hogan. Maybe Mohamed Sanu on the high end. The other concern, he's going to burn the locker room down. He's volatile. He's combustible. First of all, I think a lot of that brewed over years and years in Dallas. I don't think he has that. And if he does that, cut him. Bye. Who cares? We'll go on and win a Super Bowl
cut
anyway.
Adrian Peterson.
Cut him. That's it. They cut Peterson, cut Dez. They have total outs on all this stuff. I think I love it.
It's good that he's going to a team that's winning, that doesn't necessarily need him, and that has a veteran quarterback that can sort of be a great presence in the locker room. I thought about this a lot. I don't know that I wanted it because I just think they're clicking. They're on a winning streak. They're fine. They don't need him. But then you did, like maybe the most staggering statistic I've seen lately is that outside of Michael Thomas, no wide receiver, and I mentioned this earlier this week, no wide receiver has more than 12 catches on the season.
That is Ginn who's out.
That is insane. Ginn is out. They try to bring in Cam Meredith and make it happen. To have that #2 opposite Michael Thomas, like, Nate, you've got me sold. It'll be a good thing, and he'll eat.
And just think about this. Here's a what if, and we'll go to commercial break. What if they continue to play well, Dez plays at a high level, they win a Super Bowl, Dez get a ring? Changes his legacy completely.
Super Bowl ring.
Changes our perception of what we think about.
Can I give one more?
Dez Bryant.
There's a guy on Twitter, Sanfilty. He sent me a tweet. It said, Breeze to Bryant, we got a nickname, Airbnb. Airbnb, baby!
Let's throw up the X in NOLA. Love that. Coming up on the show, let's talk about other superstars.